The T20 World Cup is not too far away and everything happening in the IPL is being looked at from the prism of the T20 World Cup. The one thing on the minds of every Indian cricket fan as far as the World Cup squad announcement is concerned, something that is expected to happen in about a week or 10 days time now, as to who will be the two Indian wicket keepers that will be going to the Caribbean and the United States. While it was perceived to be a two-way or at best a three-way battle in which there was the likes of Sanju Samson, Rishabh Pant and Jitesh Sharma at the start of the tournament, turns out there is a new contender in Dinesh Karthik. While he's been scoring plenty of runs, and just to give you more perspective as to how many runs he scored, at the moment he is the third highest run scorer for his franchise. For the for RCB, he's got in excess of 200 runs. Faf du Plessis, Virat Kohli, the only two who outscore him right now. But big comments coming in from Dinesh Karthik. While it's been doing the rounds for a while now on social media, especially after his heroics against the Mumbai Indians the other day, you are looking at a scenario wherein there is a lot of talk happening whether DK should indeed be the man to go for the Indian team in the T20 World Cup. The man though says that he is absolutely ready and he can do anything in his might to be able to make himself available for the Indian team. We'll let you know what exactly he said, piece by piece. We'll go ahead and tell you what he said ahead of the next RCB game, which is going to take place against the Kolkata Knight Riders. Starting with the fact that he says that at this stage in my life, it would be the greatest feeling for me to go represent India, and he is very keen to do so. He further goes ahead and says that there is nothing bigger in my life other than representing India in this T20 World Cup. Remember, he was part of the Indian squad in the year 2022. Things didn't go the way that he would have liked, and this is one of the reasons why that people don't necessarily want to see a Dinesh Karthik all over again. So two factions right now, in fact, let me say it that way. One who remember what had happened back in 2022, and it wasn't it didn't turn out to be the kind of outing that he would have liked. Also, he was in and out of the side in that World Cup, but he had an equally good IPL that year as well, which is what had in fact propelled him into the Indian side. That is what had propelled him to the Indian side in that year's World Cup as well. But DK, given everything that has happened with him in this season, he's looking good. He's looking as good as ever, in fact, if you were to ask me. What more does he say? He says that I feel that there are three very stable, honest people who are at the helm to decide what should be the best for the Indian team for the World Cup, and he's referring to the trio of Ajit Agarkar, Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma. He feels that the think tank, these three guys are very stable, honest people, and they know what it is the right thing to be done for the Indian team going forward. But he also sums it up by saying that I respect any decision that they take, but all I can say is that I'm 100% ready and I'll do everything that I can to be on that flight to the World Cup. So Dinesh Karthik, it's the same man who many were saying probably isn't going to be taking any further part in competitive cricket, because it was widely reported as well that this is going to be his last action as far as competitive cricket is concerned. After the IPL is over, you were expecting his retirement to come about as well, his announcement on retirement to happen after the IPL gets over. But interesting how things change in a few weeks time, because not only now does Dinesh Karthik in his own words want to play the T20 World Cup, he's at the moment got the numbers as well that merits for a discussion, for a debate right now. But will the Indian team in terms of the T20 World Cup squad, will they place Dinesh Karthik ahead of the other two contenders that we spoke of? The one good thing, by the way, not just the runs, but the position in which Dinesh Karthik is scoring runs is also a differentiator with the other competitors. For a while now, we've seen the Jitesh Sharma also not bat. Let's say last couple of matches for SRH, he's batted at times at number 4, number 5 as well, Jitesh Sharma. The other two, in fact, Rishabh Pant and Sanju Samson, largely batting number 3, number 4. So that's where the debate becomes rather interesting, that DK is actually finishing things off for his franchise. He's actually playing that role of a finisher that he's expected to. Speaking of finishing abilities, he also says that one thing that he's learned, he he's actually tried to reverse the process, knowing what the bowler is going to be bowling to him. He's not trying to outmuscle the ball. He's not trying to hit the ball too hard, like let's say he says a Pollard can do, like he says an Andre Russell can do. So he's saying the idea is not to muscle the ball. He doesn't have that kind of ability, but what he does have, he has the ability to go ahead and pick those gaps. So he's working in reverse manner. That's why he's reversed his process, knowing what the bowler is going to be throwing at him. He's now adapted his game, and that he feels is a very, very crucial part as far as his learning is concerned. So whether Dinesh Karthik does end up making the return to the Indian team is something we'll have to wait and see. But the man, in very clear terms, has now made his availability very clear, and his intent as well, saying that he is very keen to be part of the Indian team for the T20 World Cup.